Hello, everyone. It's so good to have you back for tea. Wow. What a week. Like, what a week. Anyway, it's so good to connect. So, um, why don't we just begin where we always begin with the miracle of our breath that's breathing us, that's life itself. And as we notice this breath, arising from nothing in every breath. This breath could only be God's breath, living and breathing within us, within me. And so when you feel the power of life within you being breathed through you, that power that you are, life itself, all is well. All is well. This breath that is breathing us is breathing everything and everyone, um, brings us back to the truth of our holiness. So I love starting here because it's always a grounding point for me to remember when life is, I don't know, life just feels kind of hard. It's like, who are you? And I just like, I am the breath of God in this human form. So thank you. I wanted to talk about faith again. Can we just talk about faith again? Because life is a walk of faith. We always get to choose whether we're going to walk this life in faith or walk it through trying to figure everything out, um, not in faith. And we came here to live that life of faith because that's the most joyful life we could ever live. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty day-to-day living, it's so easy to not live in that space of faith that all is well, everything is working out for me. And so yeah, let's just go back to um, what it means. Because, I grew up with the Bible verse, and I'm not sure I have it quoted exactly right, but it's something like faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And there's another uh, saying that I often say when it feels really like I can't see ahead of me. Uh, Faith is the bird that sings when the dawn is still dark, implying that you cannot see. And so today, and yesterday, I was just thinking about that we actually can see. We actually can see. And when we see through the eyes of our heart, and which is seeing through our third eye as well. So the heart always sees, and it sees what our eyes or the mind can't see. But we so often, at least what's closing, can close me down is to see with my eyes what I'm seeing, what appears to be very real in my personal life, in my, just walking day to day. Like I'm not even talking about world events. And the truth is that we get to influence world events by walking in faith. Like that's the best thing we can do. So I'm just like talking about our personal life right now, the day to day. Yes, we can see. Faith does see, but faith sees beyond our eyes. And what's in front of us is what we see with our eyes. So it's like, for me, it's almost like when I see what's in front of me, it's like all of a sudden it's like this metal door going across my vision. Like I can't see anything more, my inner sight. I can't see anything more than what's just in front of me. And it can make me afraid. And you know that saying that is choose faith over fear. Like, yes, help me. I want to choose faith over fear. And it's our choice. It's our choice. We get to live here choosing everything. So I had a teacher that often would say that life does life, and our choosing is how we're going to walk through it. And that's our walk of faith. So there's some things that we definitely create, and it's definitely happening. And then there's outside circumstances and phenomena that we didn't like, they just happen, but it's our choice to walk through in faith. Um, so how do we get there? Like, it's because when we can't see and we're just feeling afraid, like it's like we've contracted, and fear does contract us. It kind of moves us in. We kind of look, we do at least energetically look down. So when we're out of fear, there's this expansion and we're looking up. And up is space, infinite possibilities. So it's like that I want to say trick, but it's like that choice to go from the contraction of fear to the expansion of love, because perfect love does dissolve fear. When we are in absolute love, like think of the moments like you've been in love, you just like looking at the beauty of a flower, the intricate flower, it's just like, oh, that's life. That's love. Like, there's no fear in those moments. So, so when we're in this place where, oof, it's like contracting, how do we get there? So, you know what helps me a lot is just the simple, like, what if? What if something wonderful happens today? What if? What if everything is working out for me? Like, what if I can't see it with my eyes and what looks like is happening in front of me? What if it's all good? What if it's so amazing and that what's happening right now is helping me to let go of everything that is in the way, of everything that I'm asking for, that I see for myself, that bigger picture? Because faith is always looking at the bigger picture. It's always looking at what you can't, beyond what you see here. Like it's looking at your vision, your heart dreams, your desires, your that's faith is seeing that, the bigger picture. And here you are, you've planted your seed because faith is a seed, and it's the seed of your dreams, the seed of your desires, and you've planted it. And for a while, like it's quiet, it's dark, doesn't seem like anything's happening, but all of the universe in that magic of Mother Earth is happening, transforming the seed, changing the seed entirely into something completely different until it shoots up through the soil. And in those moments, it becomes a seedling. So we are tending to the seed, we are tending to the sprouting. We're not doing any of the work. It's just like we're tending to it, being where we are right now with faith, holding the bigger picture of the blossom. So I mean, that's the magic of faith. And everything in nature is really showing us faith. And I just chuckle because it's so challenging sometimes. It's like the creative challenge to move back into that place where we know our prayers are answered. We know. So that brings me back to just life, the universe, the power of all that is, hearing us, being with us, continually speaking to us in ways that we're open to seeing and hearing. But it's a we need to be awake in order to see those things and hear those things because they're happening for us all the time. Like for me, I always see triple digit numbers on license plates usually, just driving down the street or when I park next to a car in the park. Anyway, they're there and always at the time when I just need that reassurance. And those specific numbers have different meanings for me. And they're just always like, oh, you're on track or thank you. So it's just that's helping my faith. And so I'm bringing that up because when you're walking in faith, stay open to the support all around you happening for you that just the little nudges here like it's all okay, it's all happening. So I think it was yesterday. I have this, I bought this. Can you say this? This is a chanupa, and I bought it because when I first read the book, The Sophia Code, it talks about the chanupa being, well, first of all, it talks about prayer being the greatest medicine. And that the Chanupa was really a reminder of that, that we are our answered prayer, that life is praying us into all of our happiest heart visions and dreams. So anyway, so I have this chanupa sitting in my dining area on my buffet so that I'm just always reminded prayer is the greatest medicine. Prayer, like you are your answered prayer. Just all the things that that help me and just remind me. Anyway, yesterday I just walked past this buffet that it's sitting on. I mean, I didn't touch the buffet or anything, and I have this sitting very sacredly so that it's very safe. And I walked past it and it just quietly just fell down. And I'm like, wow, you're talking to me. It's just like, Theresa, just remember, prayer is your greatest medicine. So, prayer, I don't mean begging and beseeching and please make these things happen and change for me around me. That's not what prayer is. Prayer is this deep gratitude of already knowing. Prayer is this faith that already has the answered prayer within you. So, so it is. So it's an inner work. And that's what makes it so challenging. It's because we're so programmed to be out here making things happen out here so we can arrange it so it looks how it's supposed to look. When the power is within, the power of faith moving us forward step by step, the labyrinth walk that is step by step, right here, right now. No, we can't anticipate the next corner, but all we know is that we are on this step right now, and we know that we will get to the center of our heart, to the center of our dream. We are already that. And it's just this step and this step of the life of living one step at a time and not being swayed by what appears to be. Oh my gosh. It's just like, okay, let's move into the what if. everything is being orchestrated in the most amazing, miraculous ways for me right now. What if all of this that I'm seeing is just totally the chaos that's happening before the actual reality of me living my happiest heart dreams with grace weaving its way through in every breath of my life? Like, what if that is happening right now? What if I can just not even like notice this is in front of me, but what if my vision and my energy and my knowing is in the prayer that has been praying me? Um, so I hope that this helps you if you're in that place too, where it's just like, wow, everything feels like it's crumbling around me. Not everything, but a few things, and maybe everything, and it's not looking anything like what I said I wanted. Like I made this request. Like it is like, yes. You are the request, and it is happening for you. And it's happening in miraculous ways. Our mind so much wants to judge, like this box. This is what this means. This is what this person said that this means. This is how this is going to turn out because this is how this looks like it's turning out. Oh my goodness. Like our walk of faith is just that muscle of going inside to our heart. Because in that place of our heart, when we've completely surrendered into the place of our heart, there is absolute peace there, like surrendered, like let go of everything. And it's just, I'm going to be here and just rest my head on the pillow of my heart right now and just know that all is well. In that place of peace, you just get to relax, and all of life is working for you. It's all working it out. The heart is so much more powerful and knows way, way, way more than your mind that only knows what it's experienced in the box of life in this lifetime that it's experienced. I feel like I often repeat myself, and it's okay because I need to repeat my these things for myself again and again, so that we can all, that saying, walk each other home. Like we must hold each other's hands and wing to wing, heart to heart, hand to hand, just seeing through the eyes of faith, seeing in everyday life through the eye of your heart. I'm just going to check my notes just really to make sure. Oh, I do want to say this one thing. I don't know if I've said it before or not, but so I grew up where, hard work was the thing to make things happen. And and very religious, like conservative religious. And so my dad, I mean, was truly, I just want you to know, I always felt very, very loved by my mom and dad. And they were very, very indoctrinated in what they believed to be true as far as religion. And of course they they gave us all of those programs because that's what they believed and they wanted us to have the best life. So I'm just prefacing that. Um, but so my dad would always say, I can still remember him saying it, like, and chuckling in a really, like, this was a bad thing. So, imagination is the greatest nation. And he would laugh and he would just say, like, that's a really bad thing. To ever get into your imagination is really a bad thing. And so it took me a lot of years to unravel that it was okay to imagine my happiest heart dreams, to imagine that I actually could create this, with the universe weaving in all of the ways to have it miraculously and magically, be here for me that I get to live. So, so what's really ironic is that is a saying I think that was actually said by someone famous famously, it's a famous quote, but it's true. Imagination is the greatest nation and the greatest as being the most powerful, the most wonderful, the most incredible. Like that is our walk of faith, is to move back into our power of imagination. And even though everything around us is looking absolutely opposite than that, oh, we get to move into the heart, the power of our imagination, our heart dreams. And that will move us back into stepping the next labyrinth step of faith. So, yes, imagination is the greatest nation, meaning it is the most powerful. It's how we create. And it is the greatest as far as being the most magnificent, the most magical, the most like, what a gift we've been given. The Our imagination is the greatest nation, the greatest gift that we could ever have in this lifetime because we get to create the life we want to live. And all kinds of things may come in that teach us and help us to actually live that life. And so we're tending to the seed and we're tending to the seedling and we're tending to the plant that doesn't look anything like the blossom yet. Even the bud doesn't look anything like the blossom. Like we're so close to the blossom, but the bud doesn't look anything like the blossom. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all happening. May you step in to the power of your imagination being the greatest nation, being the greatest gift. And may you create every day a life of joy, walking in faith, seeing through the eyes of your heart. I love you so much. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.